The next advantage is the directivity property. The directivity property of microwave will improve. How? Let us see. If the frequency of microwave frequency is very high and the wavelength very less, so according to this, the directivity property will be improved because of frequency is very high. Let us see how. For point-to-point communication, if suppose this is a one tower, this is another tower, communication between point to point, we should use the beam widths. For one tower, we can send a signal in the proper direction. If you want to send direct here for point-to-point communication, directivity property will be occur. Beam width means focusing area should be fixed. See, if suppose this is an antenna, from here we are sending a signal from any point to other point. So if the lobe is like this, it can take more distance. So the theta angle should be like this. You can see here. If another tower is like this and it wants to send signal, if the lobe is more higher than that, so it cannot travel more distance. But here it can travel more distance. It can travel more distance, but it cannot travel more. You can see the angle. Angle is known as beam width. Angle of the lobe is known as the beam width. You can see theta and this is theta dash, which is higher. If theta is more and this theta is very less, so this is higher directivity than that. So for point-to-point communication, the beam width means theta should be less. If the theta is very high, this is theta is high, the lobe is high. If the theta is less, like this, means the directivity is high. So beam width theta should be less for more directivity. If theta is very less, the directivity should be high. If theta is very less, means beam width is very less, directivity. So let us see here. The beam width theta is directly proportional to the wavelength. Let us see if the frequency is more high, the wavelength will be reduced. If the wavelength is reduced, the beam width also reduced, theta very less. And if theta is less, the directivity, if theta very less, directivity will be high. So directivity is improved here. Next advantage is transparency property. So the microwave frequencies is, see, if you want to send a signal from one point to another point, suppose this is Earth. If you want to send a signal from here to here, you can use skywave propagation. Skywave propagation has ionosphere. So signal can be sent from here. If it goes inside the ionosphere, there is lots of ions. From that ions, the signal can be bent, and bending after that, it revert back to the same station. It's according to the frequency, how much frequency we send it and how much bend the signal and come back. The signal automatically bend from the ionosphere due to the ions are there. So this frequency is known as MUF, maximum usable frequency. By this maximum usable frequency, some frequencies will be there. According to this frequency, this is called as maximum usable frequency, MUF. So for skywave propagation, the maximum usable frequency will be used. So if you increase the frequency from MUF, microwave frequency is greater than the maximum usable frequency. If more frequency than that, we consider more frequency than that, what happens? If signal goes here, it can't penetrate, but it goes out, because the frequency of that wave is a microwave, very high frequency than MUF, and it goes upside. What is here? There is a satellite. So it is known as satellite communication. Goes to the satellite and revert back from there. Very high distance communication. So the ionosphere is treated as a transparency region for microwave. So we can say that ionosphere treated as transparent region for microwave frequencies. So this is a property, transparency property. Our next advantage is the size of the components. The size of components is directly proportional to the wavelength. Therefore, a smaller size system is possible. So the size of antenna, or you can say the size of the components for each microwave components is directly proportional to the wavelength. If we consider the antenna also transmit the microwave frequencies. So let us see size of antenna. This is antenna. Suppose it sends a signal in microwave. So this is a property. Size of components. Antenna is a component. Size of antenna is directly proportional to the wavelength. It depends upon the wavelength. So if the frequency of microwave is very high, as you know, in gigahertz, the wavelength is very less. If wavelength is reduced, then you can say that the size of antenna, size of components also reduced, or antenna size of antenna also reduced. We can see some examples. Then according to this, we will see how the size of antenna will be reduced. You can say that if you see the mobile phone, the size of mobile phone day by day is reducing. Because of that, mobile phone is working in microwave frequency. That's why all components of mobile phone will be reduced. So according to this, we are using microwave frequencies. Next is power requirement. The required power is inversely proportional to the frequency. If the frequency is high, the required power will be reduced. So for transmit a signal from the tower, if you want to transmit a signal, how much power is required? Power should be reduced. If power is very less, the saving of power will be there. So required power is reduced if the frequency is very high. So microwave has very high frequency. There will be some formula according to this. We can see they say that the required power is inversely proportional to the frequency.